Living with Leviathan, I'm about to begin sharing with you a short play that I wrote entitled They Are, Therefore They Can, and I will share it in the form of a pseudo video of this kind, just more or less voicing or rereading the script from this short play, scene and act by scene and act, so I'll do it one scene at a time. And this is an introduction to that in a sense. This is about perjury, and the quote comes from St. Augustine: "An unjust law is no law at all." I've used this quote several times, most notably in the second book I wrote, A Father and Future Felon, where I used numerous quotes from St. Augustine, and certainly this is one that is shorter than most and is rather at the same time very pointed. That is to say, a law should be justified. By what means? Well, that I guess is subject to one's perspective and one's power, or power and position. But I can certainly think in my own example of one law supported by an injunction which is completely unjustified, because the basis of that law is a lie. It's a falsification, and what's worse is it's fraud. But that's how it stands, and I'll touch on that in this letter. I am completing this letter, the intended last of a series, still vigilant on a matter of vital importance. An injunction issued by Duval County in February 2006 was authorized and enforced on the basis of falsified and fraudulent testimony. The originating civil court has been notified beginning in October 2010. The court was notified via certified mail, followed by repeated submissions. I have received no reply at all, and thereby continue to believe that the issuing court is not concerned about the strong possibility, with irrefutable evidence, of perjury. Perhaps ignoring the problem will make it go away. Casey Anthony was found guilty of perjury because she lied to a prosecutor. Roger Clemens, professional baseball player, retired, is also on trial for perjury charges that he lied about the use of enhancement drugs. But the plaintiff that issued an injunction in my case is seemingly given impunity in spite of hard evidence supporting the motion for perjury, the consequence that has resulted in wrongful criminalization of a father attempting to fulfill what's left of his role and responsibility to his children, in compliance with the divorce decree of the state of Georgia. Chris Rainey, football player at the University of Florida, can threaten person with their life, then show up at her residence to seemingly follow through. He is basically let off scot-free for a charge of aggravated stalking, but not so for a father who sends his children gifts for graduation and their birthdays. A father, though not convicted of aggravated stalking, is sentenced to 5 years probation, with the total financial penalties that dwarf the football player's paltry debt to society. Chris was at the victim's residence. I was never in Florida. There is a nature of the criminal and legal system that is both beyond reason and reproach, a system that claims to be just, yet varies and fashions its methods to appease the powerful, to the exclusion of any semblance of fairness, but for the convenience of the courts and their courtiers. Within family law, this nature offers platitudes toward the best interest of the children, though treating them as property, that is, the children, to be seized from one parent and awarded to the other. Such treatment has no legitimate basis or justification, but under the federal child support model enables states to receive revenues from Social Security. This treatment often causes unjustified criminalization of the dismembered family, not on the basis of what they have done, but to enforce their disparity, depose their parental authority, subject them to debtor's prison, and destroy their constitutional rights as parents, all the while imposing heightened risk on their children in virtually every category. Living with Leviathan. I look forward to sharing the short play with you. They are, therefore they can.